Hello and welcome one and all. The atmosphere building very nicely here. Gorgeous, gorgeous evening. The skies are clear, the noise is fervent, the atmosphere frenetic. I'm Peter Drury and this is Jim Beglin. A delight to have him on board.
Thanks for that, Peter, and may I say a big hello to everyone.
Well, there is here a great... The Emirates embraces Arsenal once more. Shoots!
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Alexander-Arnold does well to get it back. Rafael Leao. Now it's Camavinga. Camavinga! He pondered over it, and that goes down as a chance missed.
Camavinga simply took an age to make his mind up, Peter, when urgency was the single requirement.
Oh no, this does not look good. That's a throw. And that's it. And with that, it's time for me to thank Jim Beglin and to wish you a very good evening.
And a quick reminder to
So here we are, another day of pride, pomp and polarisation as two tribes representing London and Manchester collide. Arsenal and Manchester United, of course, undoubtedly two of the most illustrious clubs in the English game, recent history perhaps notwithstanding. Whatever the stakes though, these matches are never dull, so strap in. Have a look at this. It is what you anticipate here these days in London North 7. An undulating red and white wave, an Arsenal wave which envelops the team.
Well, this is undoubtedly a mouth-watering encounter. Certainly it has played a significant part in the history of the English game.
You can always count on there being something dramatic happening when these two come together. But there have been a fair share of grinds too. I'm expecting both sides to try and maximise their attacking threat, because when you look back over the years, the potency has been the big factor with these two teams, and always a hard one to call, but never far from exciting.
So we're very much on the way now. Jimenez with a definite foul there. And he thumps it clear. Turns back here, probably the best option. Jim, you've played in games of this nature. Who can make the difference?
Well, there's no doubt as to who the creative hub in the side is. It's Mikel Oyarzabal. He boasts some of the most impressive records when it comes to goals and assists, Peter, helped by the fact that he can play anywhere across that front line, and also he has a real willingness to run beyond the strikers, and there's a lot to admire about.
And he shoots! That's another chance! And that's another fine save.
Well, the keeper saved his team again here, Peter, but he needs more protection from this defence.
Manchester United with the corner, they're first. It's having a pop! And that has earned a reprieve for the time being. Oyarzabal. First quarter of an hour gone. Now it's Oyarzabal. That pass isn't the best. And he stands tall, impenetrable. Arsenal yet to have an attempt on goal. That has ended up in no man's land. Messi. Caicedo gets across and deals with it. He's in plenty of space here. Well read, and the danger is averted. Kane. Fagioli. Messi. Quick look, then plays it in. Caicedo. Swung over. Fagioli. Over to the right flank. Messi, a dangerous raider down the right-hand side. Jimenez. Now it's Oyarzabal. Robertson was in no mood for any of that. Messi. That has not gone well. And he's managed to get free. Chance for a shot! Messi. And it's Messi. Fagioli. Oyarzabal. No, that's overhit. Caicedo. For Messi. Threads one in. Akanji goes sliding in. Arsenal have a free kick. And it's Fascioli. Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. Fascioli. Nicely weighted ball.
This is actually quite a courageous move, and I'll add ambitious and adventurous too.
Robertson gets it away. Arsenal have reclaimed it. Oh, he's felt that, hasn't he? Messi producing a good steal there, showing a good level of alertness. It's a pretty loose pass. He's got away. Goes for a shot! Goal! Manchester United! Manchester United take the lead. And that really is so impressive.
Oh, that's wonderful to see. The run was explosive, the finish exquisite.
Number 21.
First breakthrough.
Well, I think the managers are going to have to scrap whatever they had in mind for the half-time team talks. One has got to tone it up now and the other has to tone it down.
Cristiano Ronaldo. That is good strength. The pressing's intense and it's paid off. And it's Messi. Whistle's gone, that's a foul. And the referee says that is that for the first half. There's been no shortage of industry or intent thus far. A little inspiration and inventiveness perhaps the only things lacking. Arsenal finding themselves behind by just one goal at the break.
Yeah, you don't get any points for stating the obvious, Peter, but thankfully this is still very savable. Keep things simple, keep the intensity high, and hope for an early goal. If that happens, it's a game changer.
So that's how it stands at halfway. We'll be back with the second half very soon.
Peter just looked a step too slow on everything.
That is a brilliant interception. Mikel Oyarzabal. Time and again they are repelled. Oyarzabal. Now it's Oyarzabal. And it's Kane. Now it's Messi. He ran himself into trouble there, free kick given away. And here's Messi. Robertson.
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Camavinga. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Oyarzabal. Cross goes in there. And that was very necessary. Now it's Oyarzabal. Whistle's gone, that's a foul. Fascioli. Akanji cuts out the pass. And here's Oyarzabal. Arsenal still trailing by one and looking here to take it up a notch after the break.
So we've reached the hour mark.
60,332.
Played through into space. Messi. And he was quick to react. So Jim, what are you thinking?
Well, considering they're only one down, they're closer to conceding a second than scoring a leveller.
Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal. And it had to be. He's having a hit! Valverde. More and more pressure on the ball here. Played into space. Mikel Oyarzabal. Valverde has a look up. Chance! No, couldn't quite control it.
Well, you see what a difference it makes to have so many runners into the box. Makes life so much harder for that defence.
Valverde. Caicedo. Now it's Messi.
Arsenal appear determined to play through the middle again, and guess what? It's the same result.
He's picked his way through. In towards the back stick. He's cut it out. Messi with an air of confidence about him, a certain swagger.
Well, I thought...
He'll try from distance! Oh, what has happened here? Messi's cross.
Manchester United
Clearly have been instructed to kill this off. Offence is the best form of defence. Look, this is so frustrating. Passing without any end product is just passing time.
Caicedo. He is through here. Jimenez kept his eye on it, and he's there. And it's Robertson. Arsenal could be just about done here.
Yeah, they're really playing in hope at this point, but hope is something you can always cling to.
Now it's Oyarzabal. And it's made its way to him. He's found a way through. There's the shot! And that would have been some goal.
Well, it's clear that someone really wants to make a mark here, Peter, and with some style too.
That is good pressure, just hounded him off it.
Are certainly playing with an intense focus in executing their plan here.
Well, we expected better, and so did he. Camavinga played out to the left flank. A quick look, thought about cutting inside. Cross needs to be good.
Well, it's probably safe to say now, Peter, that it's going to be all about game management from here.
There will be 1 minute added time.
Mikel Oyarzabal. Now this could be a chance. And that's it. Well, that was tense. The two parties separated by the game's only really meaningful moment. Intriguing for the neutrals, unbearable, sometimes unwatchable for those with a vested
This is
interest.
a hard one to take, but we'll be back
The end of the
stronger,
game.
won't we?
Reflections?
Well, you can never predict the results of these games, as your usual indicators like form become pretty irrelevant. It's a tough one to take, but these players have got what it takes to come back from this.
My thanks to Jim. We both wish you a very good evening.
Oh, what a sight this is. A beautiful evening and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing.
I'm Peter Drury, and this is Jim Beglin. A delight to have him on board.
Thanks for that, Peter, and may I say a big hello to everyone.
Some terrific scenes here in Barcelona. My goodness me, it's made even better by 100,000 supporters in full voice. Things already rolling. And he is deftly away.
You have to say that was an exemplary tackle. Stopped him dead in his tracks.
Valverde is sporting a guilty look after that.
Well, that's down to a simple miscalculation. No more, no less.
That has not gone well. Central creative position, but he can be quite versatile, Jim, can he not?
Yeah, I've seen him play in more withdrawn roles or out wide where he has shown that he's just as capable in more high-energy positions. I think he can play in defensive midfield too, but he's played out wide for his national team, and surprisingly his stats seem to be better in such roles.
Caicedo.
It is early, but the game hasn't yet sparked into life. Alexander-Arnold
Ploughing through the middle.
and the shot! Messi.
And Fagioli.
Messi.
He's picked his way through.
Could go all the way here.
Caicedo.
Now it's Messi.
That's a good ball. Always goals.
Chance! Goal! Arsenal! Arsenal take the lead. That was a given. It always was.
Well, so often it comes down to that quality on the final pass, and we've got it here, Peter. The defence might want to have a good look at themselves as to how they let it happen.
Arsenal have fired themselves in front.
Well, I guess this ought to make things interesting, Peter. No doubt the opposition will now be forced to play a more open and riskier game.
That's a good intervention. That was what he had to make in the face of danger that was growing. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Messi. Too much on it, and that is an easy claim for the keeper. Arsenal are enjoying this surprise lead. Oh no. Oh, that's fabulous. Threads one in. He is through here. Now the cross. Tries to get it clear. And he's only too happy to take that back. Valverde. And if you have just joined us, still just one goal between them. And the score is 1-0. That's an untidy challenge. Free kick given. Akanji. And it's Valverde. Valverde. That's very neat. Oh, that's wonderful alertness. Fernandez. Valverde. That's good play. He's shifting through the gears here. Mikel Oyarzabal. Camavinga did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. Jimenez cuts out the pass. Spread to the right. Arsenal are one up and looking surprisingly comfortable. Can he finish? And collective relief etched on the faces of the defenders.
I'm really impressed with the tenacity he's shown to intercept that. That's how they're going to make things happen.
Akanji. And it's Fascioli. Good ball, good take. He's picked his way through. Oyarzabal had a really good go at breaking through, but ultimately he was just about kept out.
Well, he's not the type that's short on self-belief, so that could rub off on his teammates now.
And he's got away from him. And the shot! And that's a tidy finish. And there we have it, the two-goal cushion. The lightness of step, the sharpness of movement, the certainty of finish.
Yeah, and having the thrust to get there is one thing, having the composure to score is another.
And now he has two. Arsenal are doing very nicely, thank you.
Well, now's the time you can afford to be more daring, Peter. It may be tempting to sit on this, but I'd say go and grab a third.
Valverde in acres of space out wide. He has found the way through. Jimenez gets over and intercepts. So a temporary halt to the action.
Well, the second goal certainly came as a welcome surprise, Peter. So late and so potentially destructive.
That certainly seems to be the case.
Well, both half-time team talks will undergo change now. One will be solid, the other needs to be pretty inspiring.
Arsenal firmly in control at the break. 2-0 the scoreline.
So right back into the action. Over to the other side.
Good ball, that too.
Fagioli. Mikel Oyarzabal. And they're quick to get it back. And Caicedo. Pass somewhat off target. Messi. And here's Kane. Oh no! Oh, tries a shot! And that's a sharp finish! Just as they wanted it, just when they wanted it. Perfect placement, the one place the keeper couldn't reach.
That's expertly finished, and he's done that so often.
Barcelona cut their deficit and look raring to go again.
What a difference a half-time rocket from the manager can make. This is exactly the response he'd be looking for.
He's found a way through. Now this could be a chance.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Great ball and big chance! And there's a goal. They have come roaring back.
Well, they were starting to look more and more threatening, Peter, so this comes as no surprise. The fans here are pretty fired up now.
And that is about as cool as they come. He picked his spot expertly.
Well, Peter, I think the keeper knew straight away he was never going to get to it.
It's turning into quite a gem, this.
Yeah, it's all happening now. There's been an upping of the intention and urgency, a real step up in possession and purpose now.
He's going to be disappointed with that. Messi looking for options for movement. And he gets rid in a hurry. Is there any support? He might not need it. That's going to go a long way. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. No, it's come to nothing. Well, the runner's been sold a little bit short there.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision.
Fernandez. And it's Caicedo. Jimenez makes the interception. Valverde. And it's Valverde. Nice interception. His positioning was spot on. Akanji. Caicedo. And that's very disappointing, it has to be said. Valverde. And Robertson. And it's Robertson. It's a pretty loose pass. Well, a glitch with the rangefinder there, and evident annoyance.
Clearly is miffed, having made the run and not get picked out.
A header! Goal! Barcelona! And the game is well and truly turned on its head. Satisfyingly simple. There's almost a sense of beauty to this.
So well played, Peter. Did a great job keeping sight of the ball. Made a classic move and met it perfectly.
Barcelona have their lead.
Yeah, I always felt this was coming. There was a clear increase in both intensity and tempo.
That could spell Fagioli! And he's following up! And that's in! That is remarkable! All square in a matter of moments!
Yeah, since going a goal down, they've dug in to produce a really fine spell, which for me deserved that equaliser.
Well, was he ever going to miss that? Of course he wasn't.
Well, I'm giving him full marks for the way he exploited the space, Peter, but you really shouldn't be left unmarked in the middle like that. I don't think he could believe his luck.
And there was his third, and boy, he looks the business, doesn't he just?
This is frightening football. He has increased defensive fear on the way to that hat-trick.
Quite a game this, all square again.
You've got to commend that, Peter. It's the perfect response to falling behind. Don't let your heads drop. Just get back up the pitch and level the scores again. This is cracking stuff.
Well, that pass isn't the best.
Valverde into the last 5 minutes. And here's Messi.
Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now.
Well timed, excellent interception. And he's lost his man here.
Oh, look at this.
And the finish! And again! He lifts the roof! A game of margins! A game of thrills! This might just do it! He'll take that. Perhaps not the prettiest, but they all count.
Listen, he would have been advised to do that as a kid, and it's obviously etched in his mind now.
Well, they've done the hard part. Now to survive the last few minutes.
Well, I can wholeheartedly say, Peter, they deserve this, but has the opposition enough spirit left in them now to maybe find a way back?
Keep the ball and you win the game. It really is that simple. And that is as far as it goes. They are pumped. Boy, they're pumped. A tough win earned through the power of will. And this place is bouncing.
Mikel Oyarzabal happy to bask in the accolades from all around. The stage most certainly his.
Arsenal have done it. They're people without a fingernail left between them after what they have just witnessed.
Arsenal really wanted this. I mean, look at those players now. Some are barely able to move. They squeezed every ounce of energy out of themselves to get this result. And congratulations to them.
And all that remains for me is to thank Jim Beglin. That's it from us tonight. A very good evening to one and all. So here we are, another day of pride, pomp and polarisation as two tribes representing London and Manchester collide. Arsenal and Manchester United, of course, undoubtedly two of the most illustrious clubs in the English game, recent history perhaps notwithstanding. Whatever the stakes though, these matches are never dull, so strap in. And few venues rise to an occasion quite like this one. It is, of course, the world-famous Old Trafford. Shapes to shoot! Goal! Manchester United! Manchester United take the lead. Simplicity itself.
Well, so often it comes down to that quality on the final pass, and we've got it here, Peter. The defence might want to have a good look at themselves as to how they let it happen.
An early launch, just as they wanted, just as they hoped it. Valverde unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. Now, who's going to be first to this?
He has saved the goalkeeper's blushes there. What great defending.
This looks promising. That is good alertness. Caicedo. Valverde cuts it out. Caicedo. Camavinga. Messi. Now it's Fagioli. Fagioli. That's destined for the flank.
Arsenal really can't go chasing this game too soon. Any rash decisions now could see them lose it.
Valverde.
There's a real tenacity about their defensive play, and it's up close and personal.
That is good strength. Great vision. That's a shade optimistic. Valverde. Oh, there's a probing ball. Jimenez calmly anticipates. And it's Fascioli. Robertson. He's shifting through the gears here. Backward it goes. Mikel Oyarzabal. Messi. Is there any... He's had a shot! But he's left disappointed.
Yeah, he may have snatched at that a bit, even though it was quite close.
Messi. Valverde. Now it's Oyarzabal. That's going wide left. He's picked his way through. Valverde carries the ball down the right. Valverde pinches it off him.
Manchester United definitely like their pressing from the front.
Yeah, it's relentless at times, Jim, isn't it? High energy, high intensity.
Standard practice nowadays, Peter. Make sure you don't give your opponents any time to think on the ball.
30 minutes gone. Camavinga, and this is Kane. And he stands tall, impenetrable. And here's Kane, looking for the run. And the shot! And he's stuck it away! And look what it means to them. This is a position of genuine strength now. And that is about as cool as they come. He picked his spot expertly.
Just way too good, Peter. The keeper was never going to stop it.
So that's two now without reply.
There's a certain authoritativeness in everything they do now. If they want to kill off this game, now's the time to get it done.
And it's Caicedo. And here's Kane. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. He steps in, and that's the end of that. 5 minutes till the break. Now it's Oyarzabal. Valverde. And Akanji. Fascioli. Nicely weighted ball. Robertson. He's found a way through. Robertson is very much the model of the modern-day fullback. Quality ball. Now that's well seen too. And the whistle goes for half-time. So your views on the first half?
Well, I think things have worked out pretty well so far, Peter. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. So I think the manager has to resist change at this stage.
So that's how it stands at halfway. We'll be back with the second half very soon. So straight into the second half.
I think it'll be fascinating to see how they're going to change their approach here. They have to go for it and try and pull one back, but they also have to be aware that going 3 down will probably seal their fate.
Mikel Oyarzabal bumps him off it and wins back the ball. Messi. Camavinga. Nice looking ball. Gets his head on it! Oh, that was nice, but not quite the end product required.
Oh, the pass was sublime. The finish was substandard. What a disappointment.
Over to the other side.
Well spotted.
Now it's Oyarzabal. Plays it through. Messi in acres of space out wide.
And that has sent him sprawling. That's going to go a long way. And that has put... Now that looks a decent ball. A quick look, thought about cutting inside. Fagioli deals with that comfortably.
There's no doubt it's a long way back, but they can at least give us something to believe the gap might be closed.
He's had a fair tumble under that challenge. Fagioli has it in a wide position. And the goalkeeper's got a good palm to that. Lovely feet. And it's Caicedo. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it.
70,987.
Kane. Messi. Valverde is in a really good position out wide.
Manchester United have turned up with a human blockade. This is top defence.
Valverde. And it's Messi. And it's Messi. That's a throw.
Fagioli.
Valverde. Camavinga.
Caicedo.
Looking understandably energised after his goal. The defence opting here for strength in numbers. Messi. Opts for safety.
And it's Caicedo. And it's Camavinga. And Akanji.
Oyarzabal, who's set up one goal so far. And it's made its way to him. Oh, just skipped. Oh, shooting chance! And he nearly went all the way.
Well, that was certainly impressive, Peter. Great run, just a shame the finish let him down.
Messi.
Might want to be careful there.
Arsenal disappointing in the end there. They lack urgency.
Fagioli.
Did incur the wrath of the referee and has earned himself a booking in the process.
And it's Valverde. Lovely pass, but can he get there? And that's going right the way across. Now it's Oyarzabal. And he's running through. Fagioli. Fagioli. Now it's Oyarzabal. And the shot! And how did he not put that away?
Well, they've got a big enough job on their hands as it is, Peter. They really need to be putting those chances away.
Camavinga.
Well, this does not look promising, Peter. The least they can do is to give the crowd something to cheer about, but that might be difficult from here.
Now it's Oyarzabal. Played out towards the right wing. Can he get it through? Camavinga gets over and intercepts. Well, the idea was a good one. The execution of it, not quite so.
Yeah, he just didn't seem to get it.
And it's Fagioli. Tries to play it through. Well, that pass isn't the best. Robertson. Oyarzabal going after that. And it's Kane.
There will be 1 minute added time.
Oyarzabal is onto this. Over to the right flank. Oh, well measured. And he can clear it away. And that's that. Well, that's a tough one. Losing is never good, but this one feels especially hard to take. Not a lot that went glaringly wrong, but the result Well, what a sight this is, a beautiful evening, and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing.
This is Peter Drury, and I'm happy to inform you that Jim Beglin has joined me to offer his expertise.
Thanks for that, Peter. Hi, everyone. The excitement has really picked up now, and I'm eager for the action to start.
Well, there is here a great sense of expectation. As to universal contentment, the Emirates embraces Arsenal once more. Shapes to shoot! Goal! Arsenal! And the game springs instantly to life.
The perfect show of intent, great purpose, great industry, and great confidence.
The invitation was clear, and it was accepted with the utmost glee.
Well, so often it comes down to that quality on the final pass, and we've got it here, Peter. The defence might want to have a good look at themselves as to how they let it happen.
An early launch, just as they wanted, just as they hoped it. And we have our very first corner.
They've played it short.
And the shot!
Oh, the keeper's done ever so well.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
Arsenal have their second corner now,
And it's been taken short.
Arsenal have the chance to go the other way. Just about within shooting range.
Keeper is right behind it.
Well, it was an ambitious attempt, but it'll keep the defence on its toes at least.
So just a one early goal to report so far. 1-0 the score. Akanji gets across to intercept that.
Messi.
He is through here. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him.
I'm not sure the shot was ever on there, really. There were just too many bodies in the way, Peter.
Akanji. It's a pretty loose pass. Valverde. Well, now here's a good battle, bicep to bicep. Space for him to turn and look. It is a corner, good chance. And a few accusing looks coming his way. He's chosen to go back.
Modern football for you and all that pressing.
Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Caicedo. That's good running with the ball. And he's running through. Goes for the shot! Great strike. A test for the keeper.
It wasn't the best strike, to be honest, Peter. The pass might have been a better option there.
Pass is coming off in quick succession here, and that has left him in a heap. Fagioli. For Valverde. Now it's Oyarzabal. Oyarzabal. Robertson. Nothing wrong with that tackle, ball won cleanly. Just eases him off the ball. Well, it's more pressure than ball at the moment. Jimenez. And they've switched it over to the other side. That's really well cleared. Nice interception, his positioning was spot on. And here's Oyarzabal.
Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. He might be in here! Yeah, he's fouled him there. Just a talking to, I think. Yes, it is.
Well, talk about being caught between a rock and a hard place. I don't think he had much choice there, although he's paid for it.
Messi is standing over this one. This the perfect chance to extend it. Messi! That has been knocked clear. Takes a shot! That has not gone well. And it's Robertson.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Throw it. Jimenez. Akanji. This is a promising build-up. And here's the chance to counter. Strong running down that left flank. Fagioli, given the lift of his goal. He's on it, can he get away? Now it's Fagioli. Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. And he's gone looking for safety. Valverde. That's the end of the first 45. Well, it's certainly simmered along nicely so far. Just the one goal in it, and it's all still very much up for grabs. Arsenal coming in at half-time, leading by one goal to nil.
The boys can turn it around.
I think on the whole the team linked up very well and has been organised. Hence their position. They can afford to be a little braver with the ball, I think. Something they'll be told many times, I'm sure, during the interval.
Arsenal just about ahead, 1-0 at the break. We're on the move again. Arsenal leading courtesy of the game's only goal. Arsenal have it back and can go again. That's good running with the ball. He's had a fair tumble under that challenge. Now it's Oyarzabal. Deftly away. And claimed it back swiftly. Oh, good spread. Ball is over the line. Chance! And no mistake. They are right back in business.
Well, I always thought they had it in them, Peter. They upped the quality as needed, and once they got going, they were awfully hard to stop.
The angle was unkind, but he has hit the spot.
Peter, you have to have a certain imagination to produce the incredible, and that was incredible.
Arsenal restore parity.
There's been a genuine flow to this game so far, but that might mark a major shift in momentum now.
The pressing's intense, and it's paid off.
We're in for an intriguing second half now, contrasting moods that could reverse in a flash.
Oh, it's great defensive work. It doesn't take too much imagination to guess what would have happened otherwise.
Well, he's not the type that's short on self.
Chance, surely! A real chance and a real let-off.
Well, that was highly impressive. He went through them like a knife through butter, so that's raised an alarm or two.
Distributed tidily. Well, that's a little loose.
The attendance
It is a corner.
was 60,810.
So, third corner of the game. They've played it short. Chance to shoot! And he couldn't quite find the target.
Well, at least his thinking was very good, Peter. Probably thought he hit the target, judging by his reaction.
Messi. Oh, that's delightful. And he's managed to get free. Messi. Stood up well to him there. Messi. Great defending, strong and determined. Well, good play on the left-hand side here. He's picked his way through. Caicedo does well to get it back. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. Oh, what a mistake! There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. And he shoots! Oh, the ball's run loose here. Caicedo. Messi. Now it's Fagioli. Oh, that's fabulous. No, that's been intercepted. Valverde. He's had it taken off him. Cute ball now, how can he reach it? And he's definitely onside. Oh, that's horribly mistimed, and it's given. Penalty. So a big, big chance now from 12 yards. And he's going to have his name taken. Well, Jim, I suppose that was the only possible outcome in the circumstances. So we're ready to go. Goal! Arsenal! Not much more than a formality.
Played a game of double bluff here, I think.
The goal scorer for Arsenal after 76 minutes is number 8.
Arsenal have their lead.
It was definitely a brave call by the referee to give that penalty, and I think the way this game has gone, it could easily turn out to be the decisive moment.
Good ball, good take. Oh, they could break here. Now this could be a chance. Now it's Fagioli. Showing great feet there. And there's green grass ahead of him. And he's cleared it out of harm's way. Akanji. Caicedo. Oh, this is a very good run. Strong challenge. That could leave a mark. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal. And it had to be. Messi.
This usually is the time teams go into conservation mode.
Here comes the cross. And it's hoisted clear. Dealt with nicely by the defence. Arsenal close now to seeing this one through to the end.
There will be 3 minutes added time.
Now he's got space here. And he can thump it away. Back in possession and ready to go again. Added time going up here, it's 3 minutes. Sends it crossfield. Now it's Messi. Not pretty, but it gets the job done. So that's it, it is all over. Arsenal can finally smile now. They have held on in a difficult watch for both sets of fans. A truly emotional roller coaster that.
Fagioli.
Voted man of the match, and deservedly so. Your reflections then, Jim?
Well, it's a win that came as a result of an ideal start, Peter. A high-octane start at that. And they set the tone and never really let go, as good as it can get.
And with that, it's time for me to thank Jim Beglin and to wish you a very good evening.